Next topic in the worm gear is the proportion of worm gear. The proportion of worm gear is nothing but the standard dimension of worm gear. What are the dimensions of worm gear that we are going to? So the dimensions of worm. So this is the schematic diagram of the worm and the worm wheel. So basic dimension of the worm and the worm wheel are shown here. Now for the involute helicoidal tooth, that is for this here. Okay, this is the worm. First we are going to study about the worm and about the worm dimensions. This is the axial pitch, this is the gamma, this is the addendum part, this is dedendum part, this is D1, this is DA1. Okay, it is the addendum 1. 1 is being designated to the worm and 2 is designated to the wheel. Now this is the HF1, that is dedendum. Okay, like this it is shown here. So HF1 is equal to M and HF1 is equal to 2.2 cos of gamma minus 1 into M. C is equal to 0.2 M cos of gamma. Now dimensions of worm gears is follow at this. HA1 is addendum, HF1 is addendum, C is the clearance. So the outside root diameter R, therefore it's D1 plus 2 times HA1. You can see it, D1 plus 2 times HA1. HA1 is your addendum. So this is how. So it is equal to QM plus 2 times M. It is, we can write it in this way, or M into Q plus 2. Okay, so this is how we can get the value for the DA1. Now df1 is equal to d1 minus 2hf1. You can see here d1 minus 2 times hf1. So we get this qm minus 2 times m, 2.2 cos of gamma minus m. This is common for all, for both the for wheel and worm. So by solving this we get m into q plus 2 minus 4.4 cos of gamma. Now da1 is the outside diameter of the worm and df1 is the root diameter of the worm. Similarly, the dimension of worm wheel can be studied in the same way. That is, this is Ha2 m cos of gamma minus 1. Hf2 is equal to m plus 0.2 cos of gamma. Based on this, we can study this. That is, Da2 is equal to D2 plus 2 times Ha2 equal to mz2 plus 2 times m cos of gamma minus 1. Da2 is equal to m into z2 plus 4 cos of gamma minus 1. Same thing, D2 minus Hf2, we push the value of Hf2 and D2 and we get this term, that is df2, and this is addendum, this is dedendum. Okay, root diameter of the wheel and throat diameter. Now the length of the root of the worm wheel, that is how much it is, understand that we are going to understand here. This length, how much length is in covered here, this AB length we need to find out. So for that a triangle is drawn here. This A, B and C points are there. So AC bar is equal to AO square minus OC square. AC is equal to what? AO minus OC. We consider this AOC triangle. Okay, this triangle we have considered. Now it is AC is what? F by 2 bracket square and DA1 by 2 bracket square is AO. D1 by 2 bracket square is OC. Put the value of DA1 and D1 and we get F is equal to twice M plus square root of Q plus 1. This is how you will get the force. Okay, the face width. Okay, now from triangle OZC1. Okay, O and Z, and this is C1. From this triangle, what we get, it is C1 upon sine of delta is equal to what? C1 Z by OZ, F by 2 divided by dA2, dA1 plus 2C by 2. So delta is equal to what? Sine inverse of F upon dA1 plus 2C. So the length of the root of the worm wheel is our xyz, it is denoted by IR. So IR is equal to arc xyz, arc xyz. Okay, so arc xyz we have to put the values here and we get a final relation here as IR is equal to dA1 plus 2C sine of inverse into bracket F upon dA1 plus 2C. So this for the formula for it. The previous formulas for the worm and worm wheel, and this is for the length of root. Okay, so this is how the proportion of worm gear is done. Thank you very much.